It's not coming in the other ear.
Hey Fred, can you unlock the car for a minute?
Yeah. Okay, it's too bad. Sorry.
Thanks, Fred. Well, usually when I write, I kind of just end up, like I've never really sat down to write a whole album. Like it usually takes about like a year, kind of. Like I start amassing songs throughout the year, and all of a sudden I kind of have, either it's time to make a new record because the record label wants me to, or because I'm ready to make an album because I have enough songs. So I kind of let it just progress pretty naturally, and I don't really reflect on the past too much. I just think about what it is I want to do with this particular album, or yeah, what I want to make at the time I'm in it. I mean, I reflect from time to time about what I've done in the past, but not so much when I'm writing. Sometimes I consciously decide that I want to write a different style of song, but I never, because it takes so long to get the 12 songs or 14 songs or 11 songs for an album, I just take my time with it. I don't reflect too much on the past, but I do think about what it is I want to say sometimes, and whether it's appropriate for the world to hear. Believe it or not, I do think about that a lot, even though I've written some very personal songs. Can you hear it okay?
Yep.
If I were Tailor and I could make you a tie, and if I were a baker, I might bake those things you like, and I wouldn't mind taking my time. Well, the reason I decided to record 2 Fred Squire songs is because I just think he writes really awesome songs, and I don't feel like enough people have heard them. And not that I think that more people would hear them by me recording them, but it didn't seem like he was going to be releasing them to the world anytime soon. So other than the people who bought like the CD burn with blue on it, or than the people who had the CD burn with like Spill Your Lungs, which he only made like 50 copies of, other than that, no one was really ever going to get to hear them. And so I started playing them live when I was doing a solo tour in Europe a year and a half ago, before Fred came with me. And I just kind of stole those songs. Well, no, I'm borrowing them, but I just think they're beautiful, and I just wanted people to hear them. If I were your paper, then you could read me like a book. And if I were your pen, then you could hold me in your hand, and I wouldn't mind you taking your time, drawing the straight lines. We never usually write a set list unless it's a special occasion, or if we have somebody joining us for the set on a different instrument or something. Then sometimes we do a set list, but when it's just Fred and myself on stage, we don't make set lists. Like we usually pick like maybe the first 3 songs beforehand just so I can feel ready, but sometimes we just pick the first one, but it's nice to know what maybe the first 2 so you can at least go into the second one right away. But it's really hard. I find it really challenging. I always try to pick a bunch from the most recent thing or the last 2 records, and then I try to throw in some older ones, and then I usually ask the audience if they have any requests that they'd like to hear, because there are so many albums to choose from, and it's hard. Yeah, it's really hard. I've often contemplated or toyed with the idea a bit of like trying to do some shows where it would be like 1 album a night, and do like, I don't know, 5 nights in a row, like pick 5 of my favorite albums and play the whole album from start to finish, but I haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking about it. If I were a snowplow, I could plow a path to you. And if I were a snowflake, I might fall right next to you. And if I were your wood stove, I could keep you warm at night. Yeah, and if I were the fire, I would keep you warm all night. I feel really good about everything I've been a part of. It's really hard to just pick one thing. Like, I also feel really honored to have been a part of all the collaborations, and anytime anyone who's, like all the people have asked me to sing on their records or play bass on their records, and that's been really fun. So there's nothing in particular that I can say has been my favorite out of everything. Like, I really enjoyed working with the Wooden Stars. I thought that was amazing. I loved being in Shotgun and Jaybird, working with Herman Dune, being in Eric's Strip, like singing on other people's records has been really fun. Working with Gord Downey was awesome. So it's all been great, and it's all helped me get to where I am now. I learned so much working with other people that if I had just been working as a solo artist all those years, I don't know if I'd still be making music. But having worked with all these musicians who have a lot of fun playing music has really taught me to have fun playing music. And I wouldn't mind taking my time. No, I wouldn't mind taking my time for you. That one's a bit of a challenge.